Lies Unseen is a chilling horror novel that blends psychological suspense with supernatural terror. It explores the fragile boundary between reality and nightmare, forcing its characters and readers to confront the darkness that hides beneath ordinary life. The story begins with Clara Morgan, a young woman returning to her hometown after years away. She inherits her late aunt's house, a sprawling Victorian estate on the edge of town. At first, Clara sees the house as a chance to start fresh, but soon she realizes that the walls hold secrets too disturbing to ignore. Strange occurrences begin almost immediately. Whispers in empty rooms, shadows that move against the light, and objects that vanish only to reappear in impossible places. Clara dismisses them as stress until she discovers her aunt's journals filled with cryptic warnings about what lies unseen. The middle arc intensifies as Clara uncovers the house's history. Generations of Morgans lived there, each plagued by tragedy, disappearances, madness, and unexplained deaths. The journals suggest that the house is not haunted by ghosts, but something older, something that feeds on fear and despair. Clara's investigation draws in other characters. Ethan Cross, a skeptical journalist who sees Clara's story as a career-making article. Mara Jensen, a local historian obsessed with the town's hidden past. Father Gabriel, a priest who believes the house is a gateway to something demonic. As Clara digs deeper, she begins to question her own sanity. The entity in the house doesn't simply haunt, it manipulates perception, twisting reality until Clara cannot trust her senses. Doors lead to places that shouldn't exist, mirrors reflect lives she never lived, and voices whisper truths she doesn't want to hear. Key themes: psychological horror. Clara's descent into paranoia blurs the line between reality and illusion. Family secrets. The Morgan legacy hides generations of tragedy. Supernatural evil. The entity is older than ghosts, feeding on fear itself. Isolation. Clara's return to the house mirrors her emotional solitude. The climax arrives when Clara confronts the entity directly. In a terrifying sequence, the house itself seems to collapse inward, trapping her in a labyrinth of shifting rooms and hallucinations. She realizes that the entity thrives on her denial and fear. To survive, she must face the truth of her family's past and accept the darkness within herself. The resolution is haunting and ambiguous. Clara escapes the house, but not unscathed. The entity is weakened but not destroyed, and Clara carries its whispers with her. The novel closes with her walking away from the estate, uncertain whether she is free or whether what lies unseen will follow her forever. The prose is atmospheric, unsettling and immersive, weaving Gothic imagery with psychological tension. Readers praise What Lies Unseen for its ability to evoke dread without relying solely on gore, instead focusing on the terror of perception and memory. Ultimately, the novel is about the horrors we refuse to see, the secrets families bury, and the thin veil between sanity and madness. It begins with inheritance, crescendos in paranoia and supernatural terror, and ends with survival shadowed by uncertainty.